Hello everyone, this is Greyshot 117 here, bringing you another Company of Heroes 2 commentary. This time, I'm doing a 3v3 on Edelbrook Station. This is actually a really cool game, just because of the fact of a nice little twist, but it shows the Oberkommando fortification dominance and early game advantages over the Allies, plus long-term advantages, even with the lack of overall tanks and pretty much armor to back it up. The big thing about the Oberkommando is the fact that you don't get that heavy armor, you don't get that like heavy stopping power and armor that you do with the Wehrmacht or even the Soviets and the Allies, because it takes so long. And with being 3 Oberkommando players, you can tell that we're not going to be building fuel caches, so we really can't rush armor, or at least heavy armor. Medium armor is a different, well, lighter armor I should say, not really medium, but light armor is a different story. On the enemy team is Foe, Tyvis, and Chef, and they are again 2 Americans and of course the Soviet player. They're going Rifle Company, goddamn, which means the infamous Easy 8 will be appearing in this game. We also have another rifle company, so more Easy 8s, great, fantastic. And I can already spoil this right now, Soviet Industry will be Foe's commander. We go on my side, I'm going to be picking fortifications. My brother, I believe, will be doing special operations, and I'm not sure where Blue Leader's going. Anyway, to start off the game, I am rushing with Stern Pioneers to take this point. The reason why I'm taking this point is to put up this barbed wire so I can stop them from attacking. Again, Stern Pioneer barbed wire, the pretty much Oberkommando barbed wire, is strong enough to which normal engineers cannot remove it. You need a tank or explosives. But here's the thing, they kind of know that. These guys are pretty highly prestiged, so we're not versing a bunch of low levels. You can see here that, again, it's 2, Prestige 2, well, yeah, and then a Prestige 1. So these guys aren't exactly the low level. They're pretty good overall. So what their idea here is to skip this, because they know Oberkommando has this area locked down. And to be fair, most Oberkommando players will rush for this. It's not exactly uncommon thing to do. What is uncommon though is have 3 ally players all pushing at one single point. To the point where my brother's like, hey, 117, there's something you should see, and it's the fact that pretty much they all came over in this direction, or at least supporting each other, which means that this team or group is pretty well organized. The other issue they have is, of course, you can see they're about to put an MG in this building, which is really bad for any player, because this MG is pretty much an Overwatch section, especially with this building and so many windows. You can put, actually, I think, multiple people in this building, and it just Overwatches, covers everything. It's really, really amazing. Unless you're on the receiving end and having an MG shoot a Cooper wagon in the back, then it's not so amazing. Anyway, I'm pushing up my Stern Pioneers. Again, I'm orange. 151 is the lightest purple, and Blue Leader is the darkest purple. And yeah, I'm making this pretty much engineer squad, so I retreat. Unfortunately, with that MG, they are hitting them with machine gun fire, so that's kind of a big negative. But in any case, they are being pressed, and as you can see, they do have 2 field positions. Again, with double MGs, this will make it a really, really hard spot for the Axis, or pretty much our forces, to push through because of the heavy MG fire. Along with the rifleman fire will pretty much make it a hostile zone for any infantry, along with those grenades. Those grenades, again, they just instantly fire and they're free to use. And again, as long as you have rear echelon troops, it's automatic. You can't pinpoint it yourself, but still, those things are deadly. Because again, they're just full grenades being fired. The Cooper wagon has to be falling back, and my brother is pretty much losing a lot of forces. At least we were able to take out the MG in the building, but still, it's kind of bad. Although I do kind of find it funny that this MG is like stuck up here. I do grab it, but still, it's just like, really? Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, the point of the matter is, I now have an MG up here, so I'll try to do suppressing fire. I also have my Volks coming up, and this MG's like, oh no, your Volks are up. He's gonna make a dash for this building. As soon as I realize that, I'm like, oh no, no you don't, no you don't. And I'm literally make a dash with his MG for that building, and he gets inside. I'm like, god dang it. So what I'm gonna do, if you look over here, kind of cap this point. So then I'm gonna move my, pretty much my Stern Pioneers over and attack from this MG from behind, try to neutralize it. Because again, my guys are just hanging out from behind. If I can just do as much damage as possible, throw a grenade in there, it'll definitely do some damage. They have a mortar up here, but they're going to move it because they kind of know my forces are right there, so they want to keep them back. I also have a couple forces around. Yeah, that rear echelon squad that came around kind of blew up from a mine. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you put mines everywhere, just in case they're possibly want to move troops through. And then they want to move this engineer squad, sorry, up, and I have my Cooper wagon as a defensive line here. I also have this nice little barbed wire area right here, just in case of a flank. And the reason I put it this spot is that way you can see here there's like this little obstacle course you can get up, and then it's great cover here or in this location, depending on which side you are in. For my current location, it's better to put it here, that way they can't come up this way and I can easily come down and flank them. But nice thing is Blue Leader, no, oh, I'm sorry, not Blue Leader, Blue Leader and my brother are actually making some headway. They kind of canceled the assault over here. They still have all of these. Okay, you can spam something. They're spamming bunkers, field positions specifically. Oh, they're equipping these with all NG positions, or at least I think, and that's overkill. That's a lot of overkill. Point of the matter is, though, that we're pushing them back. They have an MG here at the maximum, but the problem with that is I have my own MG here, so we can counteract. Although I think this MG that can shoot this MG, while these riflemen will try to flank. Unfortunately, I usually put a mine at that end, but I did not. Or at least I didn't have enough time. So I see they're up there. I'm like, okay, you're not hiding from me. They throw a grenade here, pretty much kill my unit. So I'm like, you take this. Throw a grenade, kill a good chunk of their rifleman, and he falls back. And at least that guy's pinned. But the problem is he's gonna, throw another grenade, do a little bit of damage, not as much as he did to my MG, and then retreat. So what am I doing over here? Well, that's a good question, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to just start messing with them. That's what I'm going to be doing. So I have my Cooper wagon guarding here because I saw them flanking. I also had pretty much a few other forces guarding this center because, again, I don't want to be flanked. That's the last thing you want to be. Like I was saying, I have my forces here in case of a flank because I'm like, okay, they can't be focusing on my brother's side forever. And Blue Leader and my brother are just being, they're doing a pretty good job at least canceling their forces. Oh, but was I wrong? Was I wrong indeed? Let's see, which one? There we go. So anyway, they pretty much have this nice little defensive line in this location, and then as you can see here, I tried to recap that point. I do recap this point, but unfortunately they still have a MG which somehow survived a grenade. I'm not exactly sure. That guy has to be like held together with bandages, because he is literally at such a sliver of health. It's ridiculous. I do grab a Puma because I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, so. Oh, that's what they put down. Okay, so there's, pretty much a Puma is good against, again, even a Sherman or EC8. Puma has a pretty good gun to actually hurt it. My thing is, I thought they put a mine down. So I tried to shoot the mine. Wow, they had a detonator? That's clever. That's really, really clever. Anyway, over here they recap it, but I'm going to send my forces up and clear that area off. Okay, this guy is still not picking anything yet. 800 manpower. Okay, 143 fuel. He's saving up for something. I wonder what that could be. Oh, you know what I think he's doing? Okay, he may be saving up manpower. That way he can instantly do the Soviet industry and get a ton of essential, manpower and fuel. That way he can just deploy so many tanks on the battlefield. Anyway, so I throw a grenade down there with my folks in the high cover, doing some damage. He moves up his AT. The nice thing is, though, my guy's like around this angle, so the AT can't really shoot me. Again, use your corners, ladies and gentlemen. So my brother and Blue Leader are still having a issue at this location. They haven't been able to take it, but hey, they're making progress, and we have enough fire right now. The AT is on the run, and we're able to retake these points. So is he gonna detonate that? I'm actually curious to see when he does. There we go. That's what hit it. I'm like, what the heck? Great. Anyway, I have my Puma here guarding against a potential flank. Because again, I'm like, okay, if they send too many troops here, I can come around and heard it. I keep playing infantry in this high cover because it's excellent vantage point against all the troops below. As you can see, the high cover is really, really nice, especially I can just keep putting units in there and just firing down. You can see their big blob coming in as well. I like having that feature on so you can see like where everything is. Anyway, we're constantly doing fire, we're trying to push up, we're trying to do some damage. I think that's... Is that... No. Okay, it's just Blue Leader's Kugel Wagon coming up. Oh wow, that rear echelon squad died. Oof. Okay, so overall we're doing pretty good. We don't have that much, actually, we don't have as many units as you may think. Nope, there goes a Kugel Wagon. Again, it doesn't take much, but a single AT shot can kill a Kugel, so watch out about that. What I do have is my Puma firing upon that position, trying to neutralize it. I also see the AT gun moving in. I'm like, okay, kill it and run. It does do some damage. Again, AT gunfire will do some damage against it, but I will move as soon as possible. Anyway, as you can see here, I try to do something really, really sneaky and put this barbed wire here because they had nothing. They had no troops over here. I do retreat, and I may have placed a mine there, which he kind of learned. But then as soon as I realized that, I backed up my Puma and moved it to my repair station right here. That way it can be repaired. They have quite a few units coming in through this direction, but my issue is they have one small area to put it through. We have this nice little track here and over here. So essentially the, again, oh, there we go. The Schmierpanzer headquarters has that great gun, the flak gun. It just destroys infantry. You don't even have to worry about it. It just takes down infantry left and right. So anyway, I move up my bulk, try to take out that guy before he puts up that fuel point. Is that fuel point? Yeah, it's a fuel cache. Unfortunately, I think he gets it. Oh, does he get it? Come on. Oh, he gets it and immediately dies, of course. He won't keep it for long. Anyway, so as you can see, they're trying to make a push. They're actually stealing some of our tech. We had like a rack and warfare and stuff laying around. My MG's still over here technically. They're just stealing our stuff, so I give them that. They're at least using what we have. They had the Puma. I put a mine there. Always put a mine in front of your barbed wire if a tank can bust through it. That way a tank has an unfortunate demise. I keep my Puma here trying to heal it. Gonna take a nice little pop shot it, come out, hit it. I'm like, okay. At this point, just hide, because this thing's on the run. It's so close to dying that even a good shot could take it out real easily. Nice thing is we have actually some of the support guns firing. Again, that's what Blue Leader has. He also, okay, so he upgraded as well. So again, we have two of these things. If T-34s come in, this gun is good enough to puncture T-34 armor. Will it kill T-34s quickly? Absolutely not. But will it at least do a lot of damage to T-34s in the meantime? Yeah. Would it at least kill one if it came across here? Of course. Two? Maybe. Three? Probably not, but still, it would at least be an annoyance. Anyway, I'm trying to decap this point. Kind of not working. Kinda not working. Because again, they just have so much MG fire and stuff like that. And they're healing. They have an ambulance right here, which is perfect because it heals all their forces. And yeah, it's not going so well for us because they're pushing back. What they aren't pushing back on is this location. And they're kind of ignoring us at this point. I want to do note that Blue Leader, I believe, is about to drop off at this point. And the reason he had to do that was just because of a thing that popped up that he had to deal with. He would be gone for so long that it would be like, okay, I can stay stationary and just have my units do nothing for 20 minutes, or I can just leave. And we're like, we'll just take the AI, no offense. Yeah, so he's going to leave very shortly, but not before that. He's at least going to keep this area pretty close. My brother, hear that? Kind of got the Stuka. He was tired of these mortars, and I wouldn't blame him. Oh, nice hit. T-34s coming up again. Part of that, there we go, Soviet industry. Oh, special operations might... Oh, they both went special operations. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So they have two... Wow, they didn't even heal this T-34. Don't they have a repair station? They have two repair stations. Why aren't you healing your T-34s, man? Oh, my brother put a mine here. Again, here's the thing. If you ever reverse my brother and I, here's a tip. Watch out, because we put mines everywhere. In the places you would not expect to, like, put a vehicle. We're like, oh, a vehicle will never go through there. And we're like, okay, a vehicle's definitely going to go through there. Anyway, I have Rack and Warfare and also my Puma. It's going to neutralize that target. I think that kill was my Puma. Not too shabby. Got a vehicle kill. Almost 2-star. As you can see, they have a huge blob of infantry. Again, a blob would be like probably 4 more units. So that's easily worth it. Also vetted too, so that's pretty good. But they're all coming in this direction. At this point, I'm like, okay, I placed, I think, a few mines over here. Yeah, I put a mine here, put tank traps, and put barbed wire, so they're definitely not coming through this direction again. Look over here by my brother. No, I'm sorry, Blue Leader has a Puma. I don't think it, no, he's still here, okay. Trying to destroy the ambulance, I think, and the AT gun's gonna shoot it. Yep, there it goes. How do you not die? How did you not die? If you, oh no. There you go. Positive note, your support gun is easily taking out those placements, so positive note. I also have my Stern Pioneers moving up, trying to decap their positions in the back. Because again, the more time you can decap their stuff, that's at least a good 30 seconds in which they're not getting fuel and ammunition. It does, and that means that they have to redivert their forces to a different sector, and also don't blob because Stukas will take you out, and my brother's really good at doing that. He does have a steward here. The mortar carriage is actually really good, if I can find the dang thing. Oh wait, duh. Double click, there it is. So the nice thing about this thing is it like kills infantry like it's no one's business. This thing, it's small, it looks pathetic, it will destroy your infantry. And it will actually do it while mobile. Like this thing will like just, it'll do like a mafia hit, it'll just roll on by and take you out. It's really, really cool. In the meantime, I'm gonna be a small annoyance and block this entire area up with barbed wire and stuff. I leave a little tiny area, and if you're wondering why, we can deploy troops going around, but they're in this nice little cross base, so they're kind of pinned, and it kind of makes it hard for them to put a lot of infantry through without maybe my Obosudaten kind of mowing them down like they're in a goddamn firing lane. Let's see, my brother is putting more mines down for defense. He should probably decommission that tank if he could. Oh, there's the steward. Yep, and there he goes. He's decommissioning. And yeah, the MG's going to take him out. You gotta run. Oh, run, baby. Oh, you're still alive. Very nice. My Puma's here guarding the flank. We've now gotten back this middle area. Again, Volk's up here guarding against the infantry coming through this location. T-34s coming about to support the mortar carriage, which is currently artillery in their positions, and yeah, they were so nice enough to take out that. Luckily, Puma on the side neutralizes that. Oh, and then through the fog of war, I noticed 2 T-34s coming in, so I'm like, okay, smoke, and run. So yeah, they didn't hit the mines, but again, they're about to be hit by this, and as you can see, it's actually doing damage. T-34s are pretty cheap to produce, but the armor's not the best. I don't know why. It just that gun will just annoy you. And then of course, yeah, I think this is when the AI came in. Really? It's not showing an AI. Huh. Anyway, so you can see pretty much Blue Leader's forces coming around and just now hammering the enemy from behind, which I find hilarious because he's attacking all these positions, but not really doing all that much. But at least he equipped it with the assault rifles. Oh, there they go. Also, bunker. With fortifications, the thing I picked, you can put down bunkers. You forget how amazing it is to have a bunker with an MG just guarding this area. It's perfect. Perfect sight radius, in case you get in the building, just inside. And in case they flank around here, they'll get pinned. I have Obosudaten moving in from flank. And yeah, my goal is to try to take out some of these riflemen. Now the problem is the riflemen, of course, will easily outdo my Obosudaten. Now let's add a grenade to the mix and retreat it right on the grenade, and you have one less rifleman squad, which I love. Bunch of T-34s killing the Obosudaten. That's a lot of manpower and munitions just wasted on that, so yeah. Also, easy 8s, of course. Just skip the Sherman, get the easy 8. That's what a lot of people do with that doctrine. That way they don't have to necessarily buy a Sherman or Jackson. Although I do highly recommend buying Jacksons with easy 8s, just because they're so good. Now, in the meantime, I'm putting mines. I have my Stern Pioneer squad. I'll make a bunch of mines in this location. I also put this thing. Why? Because if, let's say, they come around the corner, I'll be able to pretty much hit them with the flak, pin all them down, and do a lot of damage to them. So that's why I have them there. Go over to the left. Actual blue leader and them are pushing up. He actually just has a Lukes, but the Luke still has a pretty good gun, and this thing does not have good armor. So it'll actually do a good bit of damage to it. As you can see, it's doing a little bit, not too much, but that Panzerschreck really knocked it out. Again, I think the Lukes is more designed against infantry more than tanks. It'll also do a little bit. I've seen it actually kill, I think, was it King Tiger? Or Panther? Or something. It killed like some big heavy tank. Oh, that was good grenades. As you can see here, they have a ton of vehicles coming in, and at this point we're like, oh my god, how do we stop all those tanks? Pack 43. Long corridor, keep them focused. So at this point I'm like, okay, I have to distract them for at least 30 seconds, or 15 seconds I should say. Move up my Puma. That backs them up, they're like, okay, what's going on? They also have this big blob of infantry coming through, MG's pinning them. They have also this infantry, Brackenwerfer. And then Puma. As you can see through the shine, my brother's firing a Stuka, which will hit this location. And then Pack 43 is up and running. So now this thing will guard this entire flank, and I make sure I switch it to make sure it hits vehicles as a priority. So again, when they come around this corner and they want to be like, oh, I'm going to flank you because I'm amazing, and mine, Pack 43, you're neutralized before you have a thought. I know, pretty good combo. You mine a vehicle, it stays in the position, it's pretty much dead. Now, as you can see, they have a lot of tanks. 4 T-34s, green has an Easy 8, and what about good old yellow? Yellow actually doesn't have too much, I don't think. Yeah, this guy doesn't have that much. He must have lost quite a bit of units. I wonder from what? Focusing on riflemen, blobbing them up, and having my literally walking in a straight line so my brother can stuke it? Huh, I wonder why you're losing so many forces. Anyway, in the meantime, I am placing a couple mines in a few locations, just in case they so happen to walk by. I have also a bunch of Volks and Ovosudan now with that awesome gun, firing this location. I also have a Brackenwerfer firing this location, and a Puma firing coming around the flank. And then I'll try to kill that shortly. This Easy 8 comes so close to dying, it's ridiculous. But again, it shows that even a Puma can pierce that thing's armor. At this point, I'm like, oh, I'm not even going to chase it. Why chase the thing into enemy territory? That's the thing. I can see chasing something that is equivalent to how much you spent on an item. So let's say that there's a King Tiger barely alive and you have a T-34 and you think you can rush it, be my guest. Like, on that comparison, if you kill that King Tiger, that's worth way more than the other. But on the flip side, if you have a, let's say a IS-2 and you see that guy's a barely alive Panzer IV, do you really want to waste it and possibly get stuck on a mine or something? Once again, Stuka. Don't clump your units. You can come in from this angle and this angle, that way they don't get clumped. Also, you have incendiary barrage. You may want to start using that in this location. Also get some own Katyushas. Huh? Instead of maybe all these, you can actually get some Katyusha fire and counter our infantry. By the way, we're not blobbing as you can see. We're just moving all of our forces in a highly condensed zone. I also get a Panther, because of course, why not? At this point, they essentially have no major counter to the Panther. I mean, think about it. They have T-34s. What's a T-34 really going to do? Oh, Greyshot, T-34s have a number can kill a Panther. That's right. Not front armor, though. Not even in its dreams will front armor shot taking that thing out. Pack 43 hits it. Panther fire will continue to shoot at it. And yeah, that thing is going to run away before it even has a second thought. They are keeping all their T-34s alive. I'll give them that. Problem is, not so much in the infantry, but hey, they can work on it. No, blue leader's still here. Okay, whatever. Huh. I know he left, but I'm just like, okay, it's not showing him. This guy has 5 T-34s. This is where it gets obsessive. Get a KV-1, get a Katusha, Su-85, something other than a T-34. You can't puncture the armor of a Panther front armor with a bunch of T-34 fire. Yes, eventually it'll hit. With that in time to Easy 8s, I'm wondering what your plan is, Foo. At least you have a spot to repair your stuff in with infantry and the other one, but still, what is your plan? Also, you can see Blue Leader's force moving up. He got himself a Jagdpanzer, which is again really good when not showing through armor. In the meantime, I'm pushing up, and yeah, our goal is to just keep holding this area. But nicely enough, we have enough AT fire, and also I think on my Puma. Yep, there's my Puma. Just enough fire to which we can push their infantry back, and also push most of their tanks back. So again, this is like fortifying pretty much a certain area and then having a nice maneuverable force that you can easily pull in and out. Yes, I'm not saying the support gun is the most maneuverable unit, although this thing has... Oh wow, it's killed one friendly. But hey, it's 3-star. So enables recruiting a ready weapon faster from some barrages, combat experience increases crew maneuver. Oh, that's cool. Flare, you can do that from the rifleman. Where are these shots going? Oh, I wonder. Ooh, kinda sucks for him. Anyways, you can see we're still trying to hit from behind. I think that's Blue Leader. Don't know why I put an MG back there. Or the AI did. But in the meantime, it's been a distraction while I put a bunch of mines. As you can see, I put mines there, put mines here, put mines here, in case they send, you know, an Easy 8 my way. By the way, they still haven't realized that this is blocked up. Until now. And he's like, guys, I hope you know that this area is blocked up. And they're probably just like, I have no... Oh, I guess we never noticed that. Again, these are not, like, people are like, oh, just fortify the area, they'll never come through. An Easy 8, just like probably 30 seconds to a minute of sustained fire can easily destroy all these fortifications. They can be blown up rather simply through concentrated fire. But again, it's an annoyance, and if you tell units to come to this location, they're not going to come through here because that area is blocked. You have to go all the way around, and you know that subsequent confusion can cause possible victories to occur from units going where you think they're supposed to, or in actuality they're like, we can't go there, we're going to go the long way, and yeah, causing a lot of pain for the enemy. In the meantime, they are saving up, as you can see. I don't know what Tyrus is doing. He has a good chunk of infantry, not so much on the tank front, but hey, this guy has a huge T-34 army, so whatever he does, I'm sure they're going to follow.
A capture point is under attack.
In the meantime, I'm like, I saw them destroy this, and I'm like, okay, what do I do? Oh, I know. I have almost 500 manpower. Let me build myself a pack in this location. And then before I can even think about that, they come here, and they start firing on my flak emplacement, which, it actually holds out pretty long against an Easy 8. Again, they're not point blanking the damn thing, but hey, against multiple tanks, it didn't do too bad until it died. But as you can see, they're also putting up a huge infantry blob, so yeah. This, the chef is really wants to puncture through our supposed weak point and take us out. The nice thing is, though, again, is the other guy is like, okay, let's focus over here, and then he's going to start sending troops over, and you'll see why in a second. But luckily, my brother is putting down more mines, he's guarding my pack, and in the meantime, I actually put up a medical station. Why put it here? Let's say they do artillery fire upon this location, I can heal it. Also, this is why you put mines everywhere, because that thing ran through 2 mines and it's barely alive. In the meantime, I have my Puma over here, and I realized, oh my god, yeah, let's... Wait, is that my Puma? Or is that Blue Leader's Puma? No, it's Blue Leader's Puma. My bad. Well, at least I give him credit for holding that area off. In the meantime, I'm trying to move my Panther over here. But apparently, it's blocked in this location, so I can't come through. Hey, there's my Puma, the 2-star. What's 2-star get? Weapon accuracy and rate of fire. Okay, that's pretty cool. I move my Puma over here, try to do some fire. This is where, I hate to say it, do not follow the enemy, because I smoke. And he's like, oh my god, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to take him out, guys. It's going to be amazing. Boom, mine. My brother kind of messed up with the Stuka, and he's really too close. One good bazooka shot, they could have easily taken him out. Mine, and go. Yeah, so they're losing mines left and right. Nice thing is the Luke forces are going to hold them out. In the meantime, moving up some forces over here. Why? To distract them, possibly take a tank. But, you know, I didn't see that in time, so I couldn't get it. I'm going to build a pack. If I can at least hold them back. My goal is to place a mine and put a pack. Some type of defensive line here. And just hold them. Unfortunately, my Panther, which I'm like, oh, I'll send my Panther around. Well, guess what? My Panther is doing the goddamn blitz. And apparently figured, let's just go all the way around instead of going the easier way. It's a better way. And it's going to go all the way around instead of over here. I'm like, great, fantastic. My Puma, in the meantime, is going to be healing. At this point, they're like, send in the tanks. That's 4 T-34s against the pack, and they can't really puncture this area. So as you can see, pack didn't do all so much. But you know what's also going to do a lot? Both of these firing upon the enemy. That's going to do quite a bit, as you can see. Even a 2-star tank. Wow, that tank's inside of the tank. So anyway, they're all coming through here. And yeah, let's add an easy gate. Oh wait, my Panther's blocking the way. And my Panther's going to own that thing. Oh look, my brother's firing a Stuka. I wonder what could be clumped up enough for him to fire at. Stuka will actually do some things against it. So right now my my Panther is like, okay, this thing is barely alive. Let's fall back. We now have enough concentrated fire in this location, especially with my Puma now, just firing down this lane. And he's like, no, we can do it, guys. We can still win. This thing is going to hit its flank. This thing will hit its front. They make another hasty assault in the mid, but with 2 Panthers guarding it, it will mine has to retreat. Having a bunch of Panthers, my MG's now back up after healing it. All sorts of forces. They're not even moving close. Funny enough, what they could have simply done was just blow this up and let the infantry through, but no, apparently they had to go a single-handed charge and lose about 3 or 4 tanks. Not from my pack, which, to be fair, that was amazing. I was able to hold that off. No, because of their stupidity in doing a single fire line charge. Okay, over here, you have a lot more space to move your tanks. When it's here, you're literally 1 or 2 tanks wide. You're not going to get anywhere. It's like Spartan 300. Oh yeah, and then they surrendered with 3 seconds left. So there you go. And the point of the game was, yeah, they kind of charged, I think, with a couple of tanks, but Panzer Strike fire, Puma, and that would have killed that easily. I'm not even questioning it. Oh, look. You have my other one here, which was kind of killing this poor conscript. We look at mid. All those poor suckers in the mid got destroyed and had to fall back. And what was left was not really much, if anything. This guy had a bunch of howitzers, not really good against Stuka. Hate to break it. And yeah, all these forces were running for their goddamn commanders. Like, help me! We just got Stuka and owned in the middle. We had no support. Where were our tanks? Sir, our tanks were here in a desperate raid that kind of failed to even puncture enemy lines. So yeah. Good news is we kind of removed that barbed wire that's been in our territory for probably 20 minutes. But hey, we did pretty good. I like the 2 T-34s here. Like, yeah, we can beat the Panther. No, you can't beat a Panther. Anyway, you guys probably want to see the score, so let's see the score. We look here. Yes, they are highly ranked. So, again, these are not some low-level chums. These guys are pretty good. My side, I got 34.5, so not too bad for having 34,500 points. We look at my brother, 22,000. Blue leader, nearly 13,000, but again, about halfway through the game, and the AI took over for him. So I can't really say anything, even though it doesn't say the AI took over from him. I know he left, so that's weird. Anyway, we look at units. Oh wait, I'm still on the one guy's side. Okay, so here's the weird thing. So if we look on mine, so best units was the Puma, and I have to say this. I was expecting something else, but no, that Puma did a lot of damage and did not die. That was the Puma from the beginning of the game. Again, use your units correctly, and it can do a lot of damage. The Puma took out 2 tanks, so pretty good in my opinion for for pretty much like a more heavily armored recon unit to be taking out full tanks. Yeah, the Puma definitely worth its limit or worth its price. The pack definitely worth it, just because of the fact it did kill some T-34s. But I would say, yeah, probably wasn't the best. To literally put it directly in front of the enemy. Probably a mine would have worked better. But, you know, whatever. I mean, I only killed one. Maybe it damaged more, because, again, you need a lot of... It needs to do a lot of damage to get that experience up. Anyway, let's look at my brother real quick. Volk's Grenadiers, kind of believe it. And let's look at my blue leader. I'm not going to do the enemy because I don't care. Sport gun, can believe it. That thing was actually really good. 22 kills and did not take any barely any damage, and did not die. So I give him credit. That was pretty good. At least while he's here. Anyway, as you can, and definitely I can show you he was not here because again, the flak truck and flukes. Only the AI would pump out such like low vehicles. Whatever it is, Relic, please let the AI get the heavier tanks and vehicles. This is ridiculous for the AI to just get this stuff. I know that it had a Jagdpanzer before, which was great. Don't get me wrong. That's actually a pretty good vehicle to have. Wow, really? 470? Huh. Anyway, it's a really good vehicle to have, but again, Panther, King Tiger, that would have been amazing. I know he's still, that thing is like not there, but you can still produce it. I know you can. Anyway, I'm ranting at this point. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.